So I've been out with my new lens. I went out to film the pulsators at a gig in Herne Bay at the shipping. It didn't come out too bad. I got some of the images I wanted to get. I think I need to get a bit more practice with it. As with anything else, you get the settings right before you start using it, and that's a lot of my problem with stuff. Is I tend to rush into using these things. So with the camera, I don't quite have the settings just right just before I start using it. I just have a look and think, okay. I seem to be having a lot of trouble with the Mavic Pro in that I keep taking off with excitement and not looking what the settings are. Whereas what I should be doing is setting it up first, get it on the ground, get the settings, make sure everything's right, make sure I haven't got the exposure up too high, it's in the right white balance mode, it's in the right vision mode like D-Cine or normal or vivid or whatever before I take off. I think my rush is, oh, it's a drone, I've got to get up in the air. Hopefully you'll notice by now, whether you're a new subscriber or even an existing subscriber, I've uploaded a channel ad. It's been a couple of years since I've done one, so it needed to be done. So that's a bit different, something new. And now I've got time off. I'm off for, I've probably got most of March off. That 1 week in March I've got to work, and then I'm getting off in April for a bit. So I've got to get out and do some stuff with the cameras and with the drone, get used to using the drone, get the settings right, cameras and the lenses as well. Just downside is basically got to go with the weather. If the weather's bad, if it's raining, or if it's really windy, there's not a lot I can do. But if it's nice, then I'll do what I can, get out and do what I can. If not, I'll try and find stuff indoors to do maybe. I've got to find something to do whilst I'm off it. Can't waste the time laying in bed doing nothing, so I have to get out and find things to do. Okay, so I'm going out. I'm on holiday now for 2 weeks. I'm going to try and do a bit of vlogging, a bit of drone shots, some photography, see what I can do. I'm using the GoPro at the moment just to see what it comes out like. The volume's probably okay here because there's a bit of an echo inside the car. But normally the volume on the GoPros hasn't been too good. Well, it wasn't too good when I first tried it. It was right in a bathroom shot, so I haven't got a microphone for it yet. That will come soon. I've got to get the case first and the adapter. But I'm just going to try it as it is, see how it goes, and see if I can actually do any sort of vlogging as such with it whilst I take the drone. I'm taking the Mavic out, see what happens, see where I can go with that. Okay, well, weather-wise, it's actually quite a sunny day. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be out. It is, however, very, very windy, and it's far too windy again for the drone. So I've done a very, very small amount of footage, but the drone really didn't like it. It was very, very high wind velocity, which means it struggles. You don't really get much in the way of filming done because it flies around like that. I've got a couple of still pictures. It's alright for the camera, so I've taken a few camera shots, but drone weather, still a bit too windy. Nice and clear, but just far too much wind. But there's always other days. I've got 2 weeks off, so I've got plenty of time to go out and do stuff if I feel like it. It's just when and where. And as I say that about the wind itself, actually there's a family behind me with a kite, trying to fly a kite, which is great weather for kites, and probably you could, something like the GoPro I'm using now, you could actually attach that to a kite or a kite string, and it'd be great for filming. Because it wouldn't mind the wind. With motors involved on things like drones, they don't like it very much. But as always, the weather is what it is. You can't do much about the weather. If it's windy, it's windy. If it's sunny, it's sunny. If it's raining, it's raining. So you get out and do what you can when you can. Okay, so the pulsators video was done on my phone on the Friday night. So I did that with this. I also got a new case for it. So I recently got a case because the Huawei or Huawei or Huawei, whoever you want to call it, they give you a clear case with all of their P20 phones, but it's a slightly smoked version. So I decided to upgrade it and get a new case with a slightly softer edge. It's got this stuff called air cushion technology, apparently. This is the box. I'll stick a link down below to this because this is actually better than the original because it's a clearer, so you can actually see the colour. If you've got one of the nice coloured phones, the smoked one didn't show it off so well. The Pulsators gig was on the Friday, so I did that, and then on the Saturday I went to a 50th birthday party. Now it wasn't mine, it was a birthday of a man called Matt, who I've known for many, many years since I first started way, way back with the company in the 80s. And strangely enough, his birthday is a day before mine, so we're both 50 exactly at the same time. But he had a party at a club, sort of a Oddfellows type club with a stage, so I got to meet up with some of my old workmates, people that I've worked with over the years, and we got to listen to a band called Hyperactive, which sort of like a tribute band to 80s music. Now I'm not a big fan of tribute bands that do all-encompassing stuff. I don't mind tribute bands that do one artist because they learn all of the songs from one artist and they have a style that's very similar to that of the artist they're trying to copy. The problem with you doing sort of multitude of bands, if you're trying to do all the bands in the 80s, a lot of the 80s music was very synthesised, very heavily studios and sort of computers and stuff in it, so it was quite difficult. I mean, they were good, they did a Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, Gary Newman, all that sort of stuff, but to a certain extent they couldn't incorporate every instrument in the way that those bands did, in the way they did, because they was all produced very heavily and weren't so much live music sort of back then, so they had to cut out certain bits of the chorus or certain parts of a song to make it fit with their 5-piece band. But it was still good, it was alright, it was nice to get out and meet people. I said my birthday wasn't too bad, it was nice. I got to go out, took the day off work, went out with my brother and my mum, had a nice lunch. Obviously the birthday wasn't as special as I'd been hoping for the last 8 or 9 years. I'd been sort of planning and hoping that somebody else was planning it to be very special for me. That obviously, due to my fault, hasn't come about, which is a shame, because I was really looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it for years. So it didn't work out in that respect, unfortunately. But it was, it was another birthday really. It just sort of came and gone, passed as they do. It didn't feel any different than any normal birthday. I did end up through the week, at the end of the week, with 4 cakes. One of them which is stayed here in the fridge. The others went to work. My work colleagues had them. A couple of work colleagues made them, so it was very nice of them to do that for me. I was very pleased and very happy for that. Thank you guys. Many times in the past I've been saying to you that I will get stuff to review, stuff to talk about, which I try and get from online sites, from these freebie sites. Now there's lots of freebie sites online. If you look through Google and you type in freebies, you will find all sorts of sites to get you all sorts of stuff. Now they're normally mainly there to capture your email and to bombard you with junk mail, because not many of them actually send you stuff. They will give you a confirmation saying we've got this such and such product you've applied for will be with you soon, and then it never turns up. I think I applied back in November and got some emails to say, oh yeah, you'll be getting this, that and the other. Mainly things like foods and stickers and computer products and stuff like that, just stuff to try out and stuff that I could bring to you as something new to talk about. The problem is, when you don't get the stuff, you tend to forget if you even applied for it. If you did apply for it, you forget what you applied for. So when you do get something come through the post, it's a bit of a mystery. I got a pack through recently from 3M for a vinyl wrap. So at some point I must have applied for it online, and I must have thought to myself, oh, a sample for 3M vinyl wrap would be quite useful, because you get a sample, nice big sheet of it. You could use that, it's quite large. You could think, oh, I know, I could use that to wrap something, so I could test it by wrapping a drone or my phone or controller or anything like that with the wrapping, which is the idea of it. So that's a great way to send out a sample. Except they don't do that. As you can see, they give you a printed sample, tells you about the product, shows you half of something they've probably wrapped which you don't really want to know about. They don't tell you how to print it, and you can't put it on anything, because what are you going to wrap with this? If it was a single colour, then yeah, I would like to test it and stick it on something. This, I mean, it's a sample, but it's not a very useful sample because I can't do anything with it. Anyway, hopefully the other samples and bits might come through, I don't know. If not, I'll try and get other stuff. I keep asking you guys to suggest things for me to talk about and to review, and I will keep asking you, and I will keep hoping that you're going to come up with something.